They have distributed a lot of things to communities. Machines, grinding machines, the hairdressing and all these things, they have done it. A lot of things have gone. And even empowering human being, human management. A lot of that thing have been going on. And I'm very sure the next 3 months now, you will see what will be going on in this local government. We are expecting a lot of things by the good grace of God.
Well, I will say that the person there, that is Taofeek Adaranijo, is not a new person in the system. He has acquired experience over time. So what he's doing today is not a surprise to some of us, because we know that you can never buy experience with money. It's something that you have to acquire over time. And this is third time as the chairman of the local government. And generally, his performance is well above average. And we could as well give him an excellent performance. Because what we are witnessing doing on the, concerning the infrastructural development, the youth empowerment, and various ways that he has been intervening in the development of the LCDA, it's not a small measure. It has gone a long way. So we still feel that he should still do more. He should not relent on his efforts. The best is good for us.
I will score them past mark. They have done well. I think this block where we are today, this complex, is constructed during this administration. And there are so many roads and drainages that were also constructed in this wire. And this is just the second year, I think, if I'm right, second. Third? Of this administration. Third, they are in third year. Okay, and I think within short period, and realizing the fact of the revenue that comes to their boss, so they need to be commended. They have done tremendously.
The Alagege of Orile Agege, Oba Akim Ambaliu Agbede, agrees with the fact that Adaranijo's administration has ushered in a golden era in the Orile Agege community. But like Oliver Twist, he encouraged the chairman and his loyal team to do more.
Now, with ọjà ta ní tó wà ní under mi Ọ̀pẹ̀mú market, ọjà ọba market, no garage ní Ọba market. Àwọn tí ó wà ní àdúgbò mi ni rí pé wọ́n tún ti ń tún èmi ṣe, wọ́n ti ń kọ́ ìsọ̀kún ìsọ̀ níbẹ̀. Ara àwọn nǹkan tí a ní fún ọrọ̀ ní ìlú market ní gbogbo sí ní iṣẹ́ kan níbi ìrìn sí ìgbà tí ó yà fúta ẹgbẹ́ mo ṣe ìsọ̀rọ̀ àwọn ọjà náà ní tí a ní nípa ti ẹ̀rọ olómọdé àwọn local government wọ́n ń ṣe tí wọ́n lè ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ torí bọ́ọ̀wọ̀ wọ́n ṣe sí gbogbo àti
The giant stride witnessed in the community of Orile Agege is made possible by focused and purposeful leadership, so said by the stakeholders, including Honorable Afolabi Ayontayo, the Secretary to the local government, and the Vice Chairman, Honorable Johnson Sunday Babatunde, who explained the secret behind their achievements.
The secret of success is the determination of our team, led by the Executive Chairman, Honorable Taofeek Adaranijo. Determination to perform to the highest level of our capability, and that's what we've been doing. If you are not determined to do it, you just perform lukewarm efforts. People will not see anything good in you. But when you go out with total determination to make sure that people get what they deserve, and what they deserve is good governance. That's why we are calling on the federal government to come to the aid of the state to do their own part of governance. And if you could see what's going on at the federal level, the economy is still in shambles, roads are not constructed, and you see electricity is even waning. They will tell you that megawatt is increasing, and yet people will not see light. So those are the problems. If the federal government can show such commitment that the state governments and local governments are showing, I think our people suffering will reduce a great deal. Unemployment will reduce. Like as I'm talking to you now, I have more than 300 applications with me of graduates and non-graduates who are seeking for jobs that are not available. All companies have closed down. The private sector is almost struggling to exist. So the federal government should come to our aid to provide jobs for our children who are passing out. The government cannot absorb all these children. How many can we take? So in the area of poverty alleviation, this local government can hardly do anything than the little effort of giving them training in vocational works like computer production of soap and the rest of them, which we just ended one about 3 weeks ago. So it's an ongoing something. We train them to engage themselves in worthy ventures so that they will be able to take care of their families.
We give glory to God Almighty. Orile Agege Local Council Development Area was carved out from the former Agege local government. And when you look at the former Agege local government, it looks bogus that to really get deep down to the last man on the streets, look as if the tax is enormous. But with the ingenuity of the former governor of Lagos State, under the leadership of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Orile Agege was carved out in order to meet the yearnings and aspirations of the people, in which these local governments have done its part, has done excellently well in providing the needed infrastructure, the needed socio-economic support for the people. Let's take from the aspect of infrastructure, road construction. When we came in, out of about 200 and something streets that are in Orile Agege LCD, just a few of them were tied. But when we came in, we were able to go into the nooks and crannies of the local governments in order to tar the roads, in order to provide drainage for the environmental provisions, in order to make lives better for the people. That is exactly what we have done. In terms of provisions of water, we've been able to sink a borehole by now up to about 30 something into all the wards in this local government. When you talk about schools, we've been able to visit almost all the schools. You find our landmarks in all the schools within these local governments. That is exactly what we have done. In terms of alleviating the poverty, yes, we've provided funds for all our market women and market men, like just to assist them in their day-to-day trading. And by the time we came in, we were not having office accommodation. What we were having is the one we inherited from the Community Development Association, and we just had about 1 or 2 blocks of offices. But to the glory of God, today we have an edifice that befits a local government. And apart from that, when you go to an average man on the road, they will tell you, on the street, they will tell you that for this administration under the able leadership of Honorable Taofeek Abiodun Adaranijo, that we've been able to really touch their lives in one way or the other. And to God be the glory, we are still here to do more and will continue to do more.
The Chief Steward of the Council, Honorable Abiodun Taofeek Adaranijo, conclude thoughts on the administration purposeful achievements.
Well, in brief, Orile Agege was carved out from the old Agege local government. And the old Agege local government consists of the former Ifakoja local government, which now has Ojokoro SCDA. It was created in 2009 and 2003 by the administration of Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the national leader of our great party, the Action Congress of Nigeria. Since the inception, glory be to God Almighty, I've been at the saddle of the administration of this council, and we thank God for what God has been doing. We in Orile Agege, it consists of most Awori people who are the indigenes of the community, but it's also been occupied by many people from different walks of life. We have the Hausas, we have the Igbos, every part of Yorubas are present in Orile Agege. And we're living peacefully without any problem since the inception, since the creation of this local government. All thanks to God Almighty. Since the inception, we've been able to achieve a lot of developmental projects in terms of infrastructural development. We've been able to build a conducive and good environment for our staff by the construction of this edifice building, the council secretariat. We've not stopped on that. We've also built another area office at Powerline, where we have a vocational center and a library to serve the purpose of this environment. In terms of schools, we've been able to rehabilitate a lot of schools. The old Jakonde buildings of those times have been completed into modern structures, modern buildings, and the benches were provided for pupils, teachers' tables and chairs were provided. We also gave them first aid boxes in all the primary schools. In some schools, we gave them 2, 3, depending on the numbers of pupils in those schools. We also gave St. Peter Primary School a clinic, because that school consists of about 5 to 6 primary schools. We gave them a school clinic where if there is any little things within these pupils, we can take them to that clinic. We put their nurses who are in charge of that place. We've been able to construct a lot of roads. A lot of drainages have been constructed, many canals and power lines have been constructed, and we have also built a new POC at Papa Shefa, which is functioning now. And the Power Lines POC is serving 24-hour services now to the community. So we are also having the support of the LMGDP, the World Bank Assisted Project through the state. They are also building a new POC for us at Shorty Street off Okoba Road there. So the environment has been conducive. Our workers are cleaning the roads every day. We have the road sweepers who are doing their job every day. And if you go around the community, you see that the environment is very neat and conducive. Although we still need to improve on that, which we continue to do by the grace of God. I said a lot of roads have been constructed. Many of them we have Badabiano Street, we have Atodakiremi Street, we have Street, Adanido Street, Akula Street, Chodolamu Street, and else of others like that. Drainage constructed too. And we also have the support of the World Bank, who also assisted us in construction of many roads, like the Ajiboye Street, Shorty Street, Mutade Street, and else of others like that. We've been enjoying the support of the state government too, in terms of road rehabilitations and construction. Presently, the state government is working at Oyewole Street and some other streets like that. So we've been having it so well. There is a good relationship between the councils and the councillors, the staffs, and the work and the management. Everybody has been doing their best to make sure Agege is one of the best local governments we have in Lagos State today. Well, presently, we are working on 2 major markets. That is the Dera market of Abeokuta Old Express Road and another one on Joba Market off the new express road going to Abeokuta at Abulegba. The two markets is under construction now. That of Joba is almost completed now, and artists have been going there. They've been having their stores and shops. But that of the Idra market is ongoing. The kick clamps has been completed, remain for the stores to be constructed, because that consists of ensuite and different categories of stores and shops. So that makes it to be different from that of the Ojoba. So, and our market has been also been rehabilitated, and that of the Peru market. It's also won the best market of the year, maybe 2006 or 2007. So we've been working in some of those markets, and everybody has been on deck to make sure we live up to the mega status of Lagos State. Then again, we have a lot of our people on the street. So what we do is to make sure we directed most of them to go into those markets, because we don't want people to trade on the roads. And most of them are complied with us. If you go to Ojoba, we see a lot of them at the kick lamps. If you go to the Peru markets now, we did the more kick lamps at the Peru market than shops, because we noticed that a lot of people need kick lamps and they can afford it than those shops. So we did more kick lamps with them, and it's a closed kick lamps. It's not an open kick lamps. You just walk in and you can trade. The rain cannot beat you, sun cannot beat you. So we did it, and it involved the best, the cleanest market in Lagos State there. We have the YES program, which is a program that we did almost yearly basis for all our pupils within the community, those who have finished secondary school, going to any tertiary institutions. We organize this program for them. We engage the services of teachers who engage them on how to pass WAEC, JAMs, and other exams that they may intend to go in for. We also do programs for poverty alleviations, where we train a lot of our youth on different skills, and we bought equipment for them. Those who are barbers, we bought them equipment. Those who are tailors, we bought them machines. Those who are hairdressers. And we've also built a vocational center where we train all these people, which includes all the library mentioned. So a lot of these things are what we do. Whatever the programs the state government does that impact in the life of our people, we also take part in it and make sure we borrow a little from it and do it. And we also do our own programs too, to encourage our people who want to go for maybe further their education. We also give bursary and scholarship to individuals of the community who are in university or in various tertiary institutions. I must thank the visionary of this SCDA, because if we have just 20 local government, you agree with me that most of the programs, most of the projects, most of the infrastructural facilities that have been provided by all these SCDA would not have been so, because the creations bring about involvement of many people. It almost serves as an employment opportunity for a lot of people. Here we have employment of 100 to 150 people working in this country now since the creation of this local government. So people from this community have been enjoying the creation, apart from the infrastructural facilities that have been provided. So we must thank the visionary of this LCDA, and we want to continue to pray for them, because the people of this community are grateful for the creation. There are a lot of developmental projects have been provided by the government. My advice is for our people to continue to maintain the good things they've been doing, that is supporting the government, again maintaining the infrastructure that has been provided by this government, even by the state government. And if you have anyone, which I don't think so, and which will be provided by the federal government, I have not seen one. But the state government, the local government have been providing a lot of facilities, infrastructural development programs, and infrastructural amenities for the people of this community. So our people should continue to support us by keeping those things. The drainage should be kept clean, the roads should be maintained, and the mechanics should not work on the roads so that it will not damage the roads on time, and everybody should be on deck for us to continue to maintain all those things that will be provided by the government. I also encourage our people, because they've been doing it, they've been paying their taxes and rates accordingly, but they should do more. Because if you want to enjoy the dividend of democracy, you must pay your taxes and rates. And it has been structured in a way that there's no overtaxes, there's no overrating. We have a standard rate that's been operated by all the government in the state. So if you have any problem, just come to the council directly. We'll solve this problem for you. Please support us in paying your rates and taxes as at when due.
Orile Agege Local Council Development Area, like the remaining 36 new councils, was created out of the existing 20 local governments in the state. It has over 400,000 multi-ethnic inhabitants spread across the following communities: Pakpa Ashafa, Orile, Okeodo, Alagba, Okekoto, and Tabon, which are divided into 6 wards. Wards A to F for easy distribution of developments. Ward A is being represented by Honorable Aziz Akinola, while Ward B has Honorable Adaranijo Rashid as its councillor. Ward C has Honorable MKO Badmos as its first citizen, while for Ward D, it is Honorable Sheyi Sarumi that is representing it. Honorable Alunge is the councillor for Ward E, while Ward F has Honorable Shegun Omotoye representing it. Long live Orile Agege